Well, it actually happened. Girona earned a remarkable win over Catalan rivals Barcelona for the first time in its history. Now Girona is the #1 club in Catalonia and the #1 club even in La Liga. Today, the Football Club channel will talk about Girona's incredible rise and how this humble team has managed to reach this remarkable chapter in its history book. Leave us a like if you are impressed by Girona's capabilities. Write what you think of the team in the comments down below, and if you watch us without a subscription, then it's time to fix it. Thank you, and let's get started! Girona is a modest club from the province of the same name, which was founded in 1930. Girona is based 60 miles northeast of Barcelona and has a population of 100,000 in the city itself. By the way, one of the episodes of Game of Thrones was filmed here in Girona. Sorry, we got carried off a bit. You see, the local residents mostly cheered for Barcelona, Real Madrid, or even Espanyol, since White and Reds didn't impress much with the results and performances. The club has never meant to set the world on fire. In order for you to understand the overall level of the club's accomplishments, it is worth highlighting only one fact. The best result in the history of the club is the 10th place in the 2017-18 and 2022-23 La Liga campaigns. If you look through its history, Girona has mainly been from the 4th and 3rd tier. We even got relegated to lower and more local leagues. Note Club President Delphi Heli. For example, back in 1999, Gironistas played in the 5th division, followed by Tercera, Segunda B, and finally in 2008, Girona returned to professional football, entering the 2nd-tier competition. In 2007, Girona were close to going bankrupt due to financial problems. The club almost went broke for the 2nd time in 2013, when Girona players accumulated a €2.5 million debt to the Spanish authorities. The success story began in 2015, when Pep Guardiola's brother, Pere, took over the club. He acted as an intermediary between Girona and TVSE Football, a French investment group. And it was the mediation that saved the club from the tough times. All debts were paid and the club could move on. In both 2015 and 2016, Girona were one step away from joining La Liga, but failing in the playoff rounds. Still, a year later, the team led by the head coach Pablo Machin was able to enter the higher division without additional games. Moreover, that's when the club was taken over by City Football Group, owned by Pep Guardiola and monitored by Manchester City owners. CFG currently holds 12 clubs. CFG guaranteed the club a strong and bright future. However, fans were afraid of huge changes and a renaming like Girona City, though the only change we saw was an updated club logo, which became more fitting to the general style of the City Football Group clubs. Since then, Manchester City started to supply young promising players to the Catalan side. The pioneer of this regard was Pablo Maffeo, who has now reached the level of Argentina international squad. There was also a proven scheme with Man City recruiting more experienced players Girona just couldn't afford. This is how Florian Lejuene, Ruben Sobrino and Pablo Mari ended up in the ranks of White and Reds at some point, significantly strengthening the overall roster. Among Girona representatives, there was names like Douglas Luiz, whom City signed from Vasco da Gama for €12 million in 2017 and immediately sent on a 2-season loan to the Catalan club. With that said, reverse stories of footballers not wanting to join Girona occurred too. For example, that was the case with the current Real Madrid representative, Brahim Diaz. Unfortunately, even after reuniting with City Football Group, things haven't always been smooth sailing. The club got relegated from La Liga at the end of the 2018-19 campaign and failed to secure a comeback in 2 following years. You may find it hard to believe, but Girona only returned to La Liga last season, finishing 10th. These failures that began with the 2018-19 season forced the management of Gironistas to completely change the strategy of players' recruitment. Huge credit for the rapid rise should be given to sporting director Kike Carcel. The guy invited 2 Ukrainians to the team, Viktor Tsigankov from Dynamo Kyiv in January 2023 with a transfer fee of 5 million euros, and Artem Dovbyk from Dnipro 1, who netted 24 goals in 30 Ukrainian Premier League appearances. His worth was 7.75 million euros. This deal took place in the summer and has already paid off all expectations. The 26-year-old striker scored 8 goals and delivered 5 assists in La Liga. These Ukrainian guys are among leaders of today's Girona. Nevertheless, their best transfer is still considered to be the purchase of Savio, a 19-year-old Brazilian who already made himself one of the biggest La Liga stars out there. This lad is a product of the City Football Group system, originally acquired by CFG's sister club Troyes from Atletico Mineiro for 7 million euros. Interestingly enough, Savinho hadn't played a single minute for the French club and thus got sent on a one-season loan to PSV, where he made 17 appearances, scored 2 goals, and provided 4 assists. Injury was to blame for the modest figures. City Football Group decided to count on the player after seeing his performance at the U17 World Cup, while Girona fell in love with him at this summer's U20 World Cup. Now a round of applause should be given to scouts of both CFG and Girona. Savio has 5 goals and 5 assists in 18 appearances this season. Even Barcelona are interested in his transfer value. He has the potential to become the first player to make the journey the other way around, from Girona to Manchester City, sources in the dressing room say. Anyway, Girona's main asset lies in its coach, meet Mikel. He led the White and Reds in 2021 and finished the first season run in 20th place out of 22. Seems like a bad result worth sacking, but analytics show that according to all indicators, the club is actually moving in the right direction, and therefore the coach had a chance, and a justified all hopes. Mikel is a profile of a manager we had been looking for a long time, President Heli says. Thanks to his approach, the club earned a reputation as a development club for young players. We provide a platform for talent to develop and grow. Thanks to Mikel, the club was able to tempt the 22-year-old left-back Miguel Gutierrez from Real Madrid, who was eventually brought in for 4 million euros, and the 22-year-old Eric Garcia from Barcelona, who is currently playing at Montilivi on loan. Both are key defensive players. Another valuable player in Mikel's team is Alex Garcia, former Manchester City performer, played for Girona from 2017 to 2019, and then his agreement with CFG expired and he moved to Dinamo Bucharest in 2020. Girona took the player back in the summer of 2021, and since then he remains the leader of the team, who even managed to make his international debut for Spain this season. The squad also can boast of such great players as Gazzaniga, David Lopez, Daley Blind, Arnau Martinez, Jan Couto, Yangel Herrera, Pablo Torre, Ivan Martin, Poru, Valery Fernandez, and Stuani. As you can see, Girona do understand that the club is currently relying on the genius of 2 key managers, sporting director Carcel and head coach Mikel, both of whom have signed long-term new contracts valid until 2027 and 2026 respectively. Some rumors even claim that Mikel is predicted to replace Pep Guardiola in Manchester City in the foreseeable future. And now it's time for the most interesting part. Can Girona win La Liga this season and become the new Leicester City? Let's be honest, as of these moments, the positions of Real Madrid, the main contenders for the championship, look much better. Next are Atletico Madrid, who are keeping a good pace this season. Then we have third-placed Barcelona, who are faltering a bit from time to time, but still showing high-quality football that suffers from poor chance conversion. That leaves us with the fourth-placed Girona. At least this was the way the well-known statistical company Opta evaluates the team's chances for success. In Girona, they understand that it's still too early to prepare for celebrations and consider sticking to the given rhythm as their main task. If in March, Girona are in the same situation we are now, we will try and want to win La Liga, the club says. Basically, before the start of the season, the club set a common goal to maintain their position in the league. But now, as Pep Guardiola states, Girona is the #1 club in Catalonia. The clash against Barcelona showed that Girona have enough strength to face La Liga's biggest clubs and claim the La Liga title. However, even if the White and Reds can become conceited after a successful result, they wouldn't if would take the course of the game itself. Barcelona were stronger in almost all aspects. The only thing in which Girona were better was the chance conversion, and this factor was exactly the game-changing one. Now Girona are on top of La Liga table and the main sensation of the 2023-24 season, being 7 points clear from Barcelona in the standings. Wow, what a story to tell! Press the like button if Girona genuinely shocked you. Folks, please support our new Fanatico project with your subscriptions and views. On this channel, our team publishes even more football content worth checking out. Choose a video to your taste and enjoy watching. The Football Club channel was with you, a channel of high-quality football journalism. Take care, and we wish you all the best. Bye-bye, and see you in a bit.